My biggest hello and tightest hugs to all my wonderful KCET 2026 champions out there. My dear children, I hope you're good. Yes, you're high on Josh. We are gonna crack KCET, right? So you should be high on Josh and fully enthusiastic to study biology as well. Well, my name is Jasmine Joy. I teach biology, and today I'm going to help you with the complete roadmap for the year 2026. As in, week by week plan would be there. What chapters you need to cover, in which manner you should be covering, all of it would be covered in this particular video. So please listen to me carefully, and if at all you think that this video makes sense to you, what do you have to do? If you think that I have given you that motivation to crack KCET 2026, I have shown you some path, then you have to comment this that we are going to crack KCET 2026 in the comment section. Okay, that should be a daily statement. Every single day we should be saying that. We should have that affirmation, manifestation, then only things would get real. Yes. Now the list of contents, basically what are we going to cover in this particular video. So chapter wise number of expected question, such that you know that okay, this is a chapter that I should be prioritizing or should be giving more time to. These are the chapters that probably I should not be spending too many days. Okay, some people do that, they do that mistake. I do not want you to do that. Now, how to approach a chapter, that is also equally important. Some people, they keep on reading NCERT for 5, 6, 7 days and you do not have time left to practice questions, or you're just into theory, you have never applied theory into practice. All of it does not make sense, my dear children. Again, do not do this mistake. I'm going to tell you how you should be approaching a chapter. And to my dearest little children, I'm thinking that you are so little, says that I'll also tell you how to summarize a chapter properly. So I would be showing you a sticky note that you're gonna stick on the NCERT book, and how you're gonna write down the notes in that sticky note as well. Okay, for your understanding, I have made something like that. I'm very excited to show you that. Now, the last thing, what should be your plan from June to April? So that is the complete roadmap that you're having from June to the month of April. So previous year, April 16 was a day when your examination happened, hoping that this year also it would be the same. So we would be talking about each month, each week, what are the chapters you're going to cover, what's the plan that you should be having. So are you ready? I hope you're ready. Let's get into it. Yes. So first thing, chapter wise expected number of questions. Ma'am, here you have written total questions. So can I expect from principles of inheritance and variation 4 number of question? Well, this was the question pattern the previous year, that is 2025, that is this year, sorry, KCET 2025 paper. In that, this was the trend that was followed. These are the chapters of your PU2 and these are the chapters of your PU1. Now, as you can see, the least number of questions that were asked were 2. Okay, and the highest was 4. Okay, now depending on what you see, you will be like, okay, ecosystem, biodiversity, conservation, organism and population, I'm going to skip. Only 2 questions. No. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is equals to 6. 6 question. I'm telling you, 1 mark is important. Even a single mark out there is important for you to get ahead of someone else in the competitive examination. So do not take this for granted. Okay, all the chapters of your PU2 and PU1, you have to treat them equally. Obviously, you have to prioritize your PU2 more. Why? I hope you know that 50% of of your marking in your KCET, my dear children, is determined by your PU2 marks. Okay, so whatever marks you scored, 50% of it would be taken up, and that's how your rank is predicted for your KCET examination. So your PU2 is very, very, very important. So obviously you need to prioritize it more. You have to give it more number of days for sure, but definitely you should not be missing these chapters of your PU1. You would have to take each chapters each week as well. Okay, why? Because each chapter gives you at least 1 question each year, my dear children. So over here you see now 2 number of questions has also been coming this particular year, and this particular year the trend was totally changed. I was quite surprised to see that almost 22 questions. If you see, my dear children, 60 questions are there in total, and out of that 22 questions came from your PU1 examination, which is not at all a small deal. Sorry, not examination, syllabus, okay, which is not at all a small deal. So make sure you're not skipping on this chapter. This is just June, you have just started off your journey. So make sure you are trying to pick in all the chapters up there, and you're not planning to skip any. Okay, so if at all you're not planning to, let me know that as well. I really want to see who all are listening to me carefully. Yeah, okay. So my dear children, if you ask me, can I expect the same type of number of questions from these chapters? I would say that more or less same, but obviously these chapters that you see with 2 number of questions can change to 3, and there are some chapters which has 3 number of questions changing up to 2 as well. Okay, so that happens, which is why I'm saying you treat all of them equally, no partiality over here. So you do not like teachers showing partiality, right? Even I didn't like it. So over here also, with the chapters of biology of your PU2 also, you should not be showing any partiality. You should be treating all of them equally. Obviously, there are certain chapters which would require more amount of time to cover, and also obviously every single year it gives more equal to 3 questions or more than 3 questions. So that are these chapters out there: principles of inheritance and variation, sexual reproduction in flowering plants, human reproduction, molecular base of inheritance, human health and diseases. So these are the chapters which will short give you at least 3 questions or more than 3 questions for sure. It has never went below 3. Okay, so please understand that. And as I said, are we going to skip any chapter out there? No. And I'm going to help you well, so you do not have to be worried about anything. You have to trust me. Do you trust me? Do you trust JJ Mam? Well, I like to call myself JJ, Jasmine Joy. You can call me that, I don't mind. Okay, so over here, how to approach a chapter. Now that is equally very much important. So as I said, there are so many people who just blindly read the chapter. I do not want you to be one among them. So what you need to do is, for example, I am taking sexual reproduction in flowering plants chapter. I read 3 pages of it, or probably I try to complete one topic, that is the male part and the female reproductive part. Now, instead of rereading it again, what I can do is understand it better by watching a video on the same topic. You clicked on the video on the same topic, put it in 2x speed if it works for you, listen to it. What you're doing, you're basically trying to recall. This is a method of active recalling as well. You're trying to recall everything that you have read, and I'm telling you it will take so less time. So if at all you feel that reading NCERT is taking away a lot of your time, what you need to do is, just for having an understanding that how is the chapter flow, just go through the chapter once, maybe probably part by part, male and the female part. You just see, okay, this is the thing that would be covered. Okay, I'm not understanding. Okay, I'll watch the video. When you watch the video, you get clear understanding. Okay, because whoever makes video, my dear children, they are pretty sure they are trying to explain it well. And this time, you do not have to watch any other videos, but just mine. Okay, so I'm going to teach you biology. We are starting off with sexual reproduction in flowering plants, and I'm going to help you really, really well. Okay, I hope that chapter has been covered in your schools. Okay, so please listen to me carefully. It will be really, really helpful for you. So what do? We listen to the teacher, and then now we read NCERT. It becomes so easy for you to understand. And I'm not telling you it just because I am feeling this way. It's not like that. So we interviewed students who came over here, okay, at our offices, and we were talking to them, and there was a kid whose name was Gagan Virai. You might have seen his interview in our channel, so if you have not, then please go watch it. Okay, so the kid said that it took me 3 hours to read a chapter of NCERT from bio, and he watched one video of mine within an hour, and he got to complete all the stuff which was there, and it was just like NCERT. So I'm not boasting myself, but I'm telling you one very important thing, which is practically or scientifically very true. When you hear someone speak, it becomes more clear to you. You get it? So if not me, if at all you think that I'm not a good teacher, please go ahead, watch someone else's video. It's totally fine for me. Okay, watch someone else, and then please understand it and come back to your NCERT. It will be really, really helpful for you. Yes, and now what do you need to do? Please use sticky notes to summarize key points. So instead of having big hefty notebooks out there, if at all you have a paper, okay, for example, you are reading one paragraph or reading one page, after that you can use sticky notes right there in your NCERT only. Why I'm telling you, NCERT is the basis of everything. Okay, you have to anyway refer it throughout your journey, my dear children. So make sure you are having a habit of reading NCERT, you're having a habit of looking at it. You might be able to see new points each and every time whenever you open the textbook. So please have sticky notes. Okay, have a sticky note, summarize the points out there, which is there, whatever you studied in a page, in a sticky note, and that is going to help you really well. And after the end of the chapter, what you need to do is take out a page and make a one-page summary of the chapter. It should not exceed 1 page. It should be limited within 1 page. Why I'm telling you is that this 1 page is going to help you during your final revision. Not the big hefty books that you're having, because you would not have time to refer through all of it and you will forget everything. Trust me on this. So please use sticky notes to summarize key points. Your notes are there in your NCERT itself. You're keeping it safe, and then please make 1-page summary after the end of the chapter. Okay, and also remember, in every study session, make sure to solve at least 15 questions. So for example, I studied the male and the female part of the flower. I take 15 questions out there and I solve it randomly to check whether I have understood everything out there. That's how you put your theory into practice. Okay, so this is how you need to approach a chapter. And I'm just summarizing it. NCERT, if at all it's taking long amount of time, please watch a video, come back again, read your NCERT. It will be easy for you to understand. Okay, now there is one point that I said, that please use sticky notes to summarize key points, and as I promised, I'm going to show you this. So this is the page that we have, the 5th page of your NCERT, that is about the stamen, the microsporangium and the pollen grains. I'm telling you, a lot of things have been written over here, and we can just summarize it with this. Stamen, the androecium, it has 2 parts, the anther, the big region that you see, and the filament right over here. Now the anther which is there, it is bilobed, as in it has 2 lobes, as you can see, and each lobe, it is dithecous. Each lobe has 2 theca. So that is also being mentioned over here. It is tetragonal, that means it has 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and each 4 sides have what? 4 microsporangia. So basically not each 4 sides. This particular anther has 4 microsporangia. Now what do? You talk about microsporangia. Microsporangia is what? The future pollen sac. That is where pollen grains would be made. And it has what? 4 layers. What are the 4 layers? Epidermis, endothecium, middle layer. Basically these 3 layers which are there, they are there for protection and dehiscence. Ma'am, you said 4 layers. There is one more layer, which is that tapetum. And how is it? It has dense cytoplasm and it is binucleate. And why is it there? It provides nourishment. So basically 3 of them provides protection, 1 of them provides nourishment. So you know all the things that you read over here is being put down in this particular sticky note. Okay, so whatever is essential is put down. You don't need to know that, okay, the bilobed and mature nature of an anther is very distinct in the transverse section of anther. The anther is this, the anther is that. It will take away a lot of your time. So please do not try to copy whatever is there in your NCERT. Have the sticky notes being pasted in your NCERT. It will help you really, really well. Okay, I hope that made sense. Okay, when I showed you, yeah, now can we move ahead? My dear children, I am doing everything possible such that it could help you well, and I really, really hope it is doing its purpose, serving its purpose. So my dear children, roadmap from June to April. So over here we have for the month of June, we just have 1 week left, and in that 1 week I want you to go through sexual reproduction and flowering plants. I am going to cover that particular chapter. My classes would be there on Tuesdays, Thursdays as well as Saturdays. Okay, Tuesdays, Thursday as well as Saturdays at 6 p.m. You can watch the video in 2x speed. I do not mind it, but please watch it. It is going to be helpful for you. Okay, so I'm going to cover sexual reproduction in flowering plants in this particular week out there. And what you have to do is, the previous year you had studied morphology of flowering plants. You're going to sneak in that particular chapter. Okay, if at all, in this particular channel only you can find this particular chapter. I have done a 1-shot video on this. If at all you want to watch it, you can watch it. Otherwise, you can watch someone else's. But for PU1, I always want you to remember that you not be spending too much time into it. You just have to watch 1-shot videos. That's all. Nothing else. And these 1-shot videos and solving questions out there, the PYQs out there, would be helping you really, really well. So make sure you're just doing that, nothing else. No reading of NCERT again and again. That will take a huge lot of time. There are 22 chapters in your PU1, and I do not want you to spend too much time into it. Okay. So PU2 chapters, whenever you do, you can make sure you are having your theory cleared, your concepts cleared, and you practice enough amount of question. I am here to help you with that. I'll be doing that. So week 4, these are the things that you are having to do in the month of June. Now we are moving ahead with the next month, that is July, my dear children. Again, you have 4 weeks out there. Week 1, human reproduction. Week 2, reproductive health. And week 3, human health and diseases. Week 4, evolution. So you are covering up PU2 chapters, alongside you are taking in one chapter of your PU1. So cell, the unit of life, when you do that, okay, this particular chapter will be very easy for you to cover, that is cell cycle and cell division. And also in human reproduction, you have meiosis, mitosis, things and like. So it will be like a brush up of things. It will be helping you really, really well. Okay. So that's the thing that you have to follow. So for PU2, you have to be a bit elaborative. Okay, whenever you study, you would have to put some time. That's why I'm giving you one whole week for a chapter, and I'm going to help you well. And always remember, it's not just going to be biology. There will be chemistry as well as physics. So you need to find time for that, which is why this particular timetable would make sense to you later on, if at all you do not feel to be sensible as of now. So this is chapter for week 3 and this is chapter for week 4. We go ahead. We have the month of August, my dear children. You have big chapters are there, principles of inheritance and variation. Again, you just need 1 week to cover that chapter. Actually, not even 1 week, 4 days. But obviously, as I said, not every day you would be studying biology. Alternatively, I will recommend you to go ahead with biology. For each subject, you have to go alternative. Okay, physics and chem one day, math and bio other day. You should be doing like that. Have that practice. Okay, over here for week 2, molecular basis of inheritance. Over here, biotechnology principles and processes. Once you're done with that, you have to go ahead with biotechnology and its applications. Okay, cool. And all these chapters alongside of PU1 as well. Now comes the month of September. Now towards the end of September, you would have your midterm started. So by week 4, I'm expecting the midterm would be starting off. So the week 4, we were planning to do ecosystems. So if at all you can complete both of these chapters over here, it will be really, really good. If at all you are not able to, it's okay. It's okay, we will be taking it for the next month. Okay, after your midterms over, you can go ahead. Anyway, I'm telling you, by month of September, if you follow things religiously, you're going to cover PU2 syllabus completely. You're going to cover PU2 syllabus. So this was the last chapter, which is why I marked it in white in PU2. So basically, this is the month of your midterm. Towards the end, your midterm would be starting off. So I want you to complete biodiversity and conservation, and if at all possible, ecosystem by then. If it is not possible, it's okay. We can move ahead with October. But if at all you can, please do it. It is going to help you. So we are here to help you anyways. We are going to publish the videos anyway, so you can watch it. And if you are watching it anyway, you're going to cover these chapters as well. You do not just have to rely on your school. Okay, you can rely a bit on us, you can trust us. Yes. So that's about September. Now we have October. So in the month of October, since we have completed PU2, okay, so you can start revising PU2 chapters, my dear children. What about PU1? PU1 would be still ongoing because there are so many chapters. So obviously you need to pick them. Please do it. Do not think that, okay, it's just PU1 can give you one number of question, but I told you how important is even your 1 mark out there. Okay, you can be out competing someone, so please do not do that mistake of ignoring chapters. And by the month of November, if you religiously follow, your PU1 would be ending up in the week 3. In the week 3, your PU1 itself would be ending, and you were already revising, and this revision I'm telling you will be helping you, because in the month of January you will be, or December or January, you might be getting your pre-board 1. And then you would be having your pre-board 2 later on. Okay, in the month of February, you would be having your practical examination. So by November, you're pretty much sure that everything is covered. You have revised the important chapters. Your second round, your first of all, your theory round was completed. Then your revision would also be completed. You see, biodiversity and conservation ecosystem, that is the last chapter that we are having. For PU2, that would be covered up. Okay, so I have mixed up certain chapters over here, two chapters over here. So make sure you just going through it. It is going to, because anyway it's revision time, it should not take long amount of time. That's why I have mixed those chapters. Okay, now from here you can start PU1 revision, that is by the month of November. And my dear children, if you talk, you have the whole month of November from December to March. It will be all exam season out there. And here we would have to concentrate on PU2, but at the same time, please make sure you are practicing questions for your KCET as well. So both PU2 as well as your KCET is equally important. What mark you score in KCET would have 50% to play. What marks you score in your PU2 would have again 50% to play in determining your KCET rank. So it should not be like, ma'am, my board is coming, how can I prepare for KCET? No. So what you can do is, basically you have completed revision of all the chapters, my dear children. Only PU1 chapters you have studied, but you might have not revised yet, but it's okay. You just need to solve questions out there now. Okay, maybe by your previous year PYQ book or any other MTG, NCERT at your fingertips. All those books would be helping you well. You can practice questions from them. Okay, that would be very much enough. So over here, what you need to do exactly is that please keep 26 days target to complete 13 chapters of your PU2. What is this calculation? Basically 13 chapters are there, and for each chapter if I give 2 days, 1 day for just PU2 practice. How can I do it? You can solve questions from Jeevit publication book, and also there will be a question bank released by KCEAB, that is Karnataka Secondary Education Board. Okay, so over here you will be getting a question bank. You can practice questions from that for one particular day. My dear children, you should have completed your revision, and now you are going to solve question. Now Jeevit publication would be having so many questions, the previous year question, which are repeated, so you will be seeing that same questions are again going to repeat, and it will be a good practice for you. So one day you do that. The second day that you are having, what do? You basically solve questions from your KCET question practice books. That is, one book that you can prefer to is MTG NCERT at your fingertips. Okay, and also KCET PYQ. These books you can refer, any PYQ book, or basically you can just download the previous year paper and start solving it. So one day for that, one day for this. And remember, it is not biology, you would have other subjects as well. So don't think that whole day you will get for this particular thing. No, you might be getting few hours out there. So make sure you're utilizing it properly. That's why I'm giving you enough amount of time. You see, from December to Jan to Feb to March, you would have your examination pre-boards, you would have your practical examination. You don't just think that you would have enough time, you would have to plan things accordingly. So I'm just roughly saying, whenever you have time, keep 26 days target to complete this, and 19 days for PU1, because there are 19 chapters, not 22 chapters. If I said 22 chapters, I'm so sorry, it's the previous year syllabus, so previous to previous year. So 19 days for PU1 chapters, because there are 19 chapters. So one day, one chapter, and you're just solving KCET questions, because PU1 is not going to come in your boards, right? So you don't need to cover up this over here. You just need to solve as many KCET questions out there. So I hope that is very, very clear to you. I know that you might not be getting a clarity over here for this particular thing, but if you have done your revision, you will get enough time to do question practice. That's my promise. So by November, revision round should be done. Okay, now this time, that is from March to April. So March you would be giving your examination, my dear children, and just after that, just after your exams are finished up, what you have to do is you have to start solving PYQs alternatively from PU2 as well as from your PU1 chapters. Do not skip PU1 chapters, I'm telling you again and again. 22 questions came this year. Okay, so which is very close to 30. 60 is half is 30, and it is 22 is very close to half of the questions coming off. You get it? So make sure you're practicing it alternatively. If anyway you have done the revision and everything just like how I told you, everything would be on track. And mark the questions you are not able to attempt. Okay, please mark this, and then you reattempt. Okay, revisit the topic, understand the topic, come back and reattempt the questions one more time, and also make sure that you are appearing for one mock test daily. Okay, one mock test, that means of 60 minutes you should be attempting that. It is going to help you really, really well for understanding the time management also, which is equally important. Accuracy and speed is also important, right? So this is the thing, and I want to tell you, please maintain an error book also. That is also important, where you can write down your errors. You can look into it before going to sleep. Oh, this is the error that I made, how silly. We should not be doing that later on. Okay. So yes, my dear children, and then April reaches where all my children are going to crack. I was going to write crack KCET 2026. Yes, and if at all you feel the same as I said, do not forget to put it down in the comment section. And if at all you're preparing for KCET, trust us and subscribe to our channel, that is Diksha Karnataka. As you can see over here, we have brought results, and that's not a small number. Yes, so that's all. Wishing you all the best. Bye-bye. Take care.